Happy homebrew weekend. Kind of. I'm shattered. I didn't go to sleep last night. I was looking after my daughter so my wife could sleep. And feeling it at the moment. Feeling it. Big day at work. Happy to be done. It's Friday the 13th of December. About 10, 11 past 9 at night. We've just done the drive along the coast to see the Christmas lights and stuff. And I'm gagging for beer. I've had a beer already today. But been a few hours in between drinks. Do you know what I mean? Oh, California Pale. I don't know what makes it a California Pale. I was actually going to speak to you about steam ales. A couple of reasons, but one of them was I thought that was a steam ale, basically. And it's a steam ale despite the fact that it's brewed with a lager yeast, which I don't kind of get. I know it's a lager yeast at our temperatures, but shouldn't that make it a steam lager, not a steam ale? And the reason that I'm talking about these kind of semantics is we've recently done some educational podcasting. We made what's called the Book of Ale. And in the Book of Ale, we were talking about like German early beer and the couple of ales that were like the arbiters or originators of German-style beers were the Marzen and Oktoberfest beer, according to the Craft Beer Band to Cruise research. And my question during the podcast was, well, aren't they lagers? And this is the Book of Ale. But they were known as ales back at the time. So then we've got Kolsch, the other side of the family, which is brewed with ale yeast, but is lagered, which gives it that lovely flavour, which is also still known as an ale. So I think lagers are getting the short straw here. So the steam ale. I know it's a California Pale Ale, but I'm going to pretend it's a steam ale. The reason that that's such an awesome beer, it's one of my first ever, and maybe my first all-grain beer that was successful. That tasted really good. That's probably a lie, but it's one of the first ones I remember going, oh my God, this is a fantastic beer. And I kind of like that. It's like, it is a normal kind of malt bill, normal hopping schedule, but it's that tweaking of this very traditional lager yeast with a slightly higher temperature to give it gives it this like lovely flavor that's not quite lager, not quite ale, kind of sour, kind of not, kind of funky, kind of not, and yeah, I'm in love with it. I've been thinking about what beer I want to brew next, and that's got to be it. That's got to be like when I have a gap in between what I'm brewing for, the homebrew challenge or for competition. The next beer that I just want to have to drink on tap is going to be a steam ale. And I might do like a bit of recipe development, have a couple steam ales, talk to you while I make a recipe. We might do that for one of the next homebrew weekends. The garage is a shithole again. It went from being really clean, empty, lights in and done, lovely. And the lights are in and done, and it is lovely. But I've had to move everything around, and it's for good reason, but there's shit back up on here again, and what I'm doing is I am building a workbench and a workspace. I'll see if I can quickly show you. Ouch. Ow! Well, it was painful. See if you can see all the way over. Meow. There we go. Get out of the way, ladder. See? And that's why. Now we're going to come back down. Look at that. Back to where it was supposed to be. Just like I bought one. That's the reason for all the mess, because I've had to cut up some timber, move some boxes. George is just driving me crazy. She's just opening the garage door and throwing boxes in here. Like I've got all the room in the world. But once I have that bench space, I won't need to use my Keezer as a bench anymore. I can kind of move everything to where it's this weird. I've got to be messy so I can be clean. Anyway, I've done a couple things. I've got another mead on the go. I'm becoming like the mead Viking. I love this little honey wine, and I found some honey in the cupboard that Georgia didn't tell me about. She doesn't always tell me about the honey that she gets from her father, my father-in-law now, because I use it in wine and she likes to put it on things like toast. And I took 1.7 kilos, about 4.5 litres of double filtered chilled water, mixed the two together, put some EC118 yeast in there. We've got an OG of about 1100 or 1.100. And this thing's been bubbling away for a few days. I've got the notes down. I can't remember exactly when I did it, but I have written that somewhere. It doesn't really matter so much for me because it's going to sit for fucking months. And there's no like strict timeline like there is with beer in a way. So that's really cool. I like that it's kind of murky at the moment, and I like watching these meads go from this murky, cloudy, bubbly mess to this really clean, clear. So I keep pointing over to one of my other meads over there, the C2C mead for Andrew the Jack Simpson. Yeah, see, just little bubbles every now and again. I love it. It's fantastic. And I kind of love that with mead you can just let it sit and go for a year, 2 years. It doesn't matter as long as you keep that airlock wet. Let it do its thing. See, I brewed that the other day. I had a little bit of time for myself. And now, what I'm going to do tonight is show you how to dry hop a little cheeky little sneaky fresh work kit, the Necatron XPA. Refreshing. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to grab you and point it in here to show you how easy it is. Okay. Okay. Now, it is day 5 or day 6 when it should, I did say I was going to do this thing at like day 3 or day 4, but you'll have to please forgive me. I am a father to 2 young children, and they demand my time and attention, and I need to give it to them. Sorry, I'm just doing a quick little search. You're always searching, Simo. All right, I'm going to have to do something naughty. Anyway, what you can see on the camera is the fermentator, and what I'm going to show you here, let me do this. That's the Necatron hops. Okay, and this is how easy it is to dry hop a beer. Now, some people like to put these hops in a hop bag. You can buy these lovely hop spider things or hop balls, so you can dry hop into kegs depending on, what you decide and want to do. But I have never ever had a problem dry hopping directly into the fermenter like this. And oh my god, oh that's going to be yummy. Never had a problem because I cold crash at the end of fermentation, and I siphon off all the best beer and keg it. So I leave about 1 litre in the bottom of the fermentator anyway. Can you see that? Kind of. You can. I'm gonna be. Look at that yummy wort. Yeah. So I never pick up any of the green or the trube or whatever. The beer that I drink, that's my homebrewed beer, is really, really clean and really, really clear. And I just get that by, look, you can use Irish moss or something like that when you brew into boil, but I don't know, I just cold crash. That's good enough for me. Oh, that looks fantastic. So that was 50 grams of the Necatron pellet hops. Look at that, that's just going to sit on the top there like that. And I'm going to quickly put this lid back on so we don't get too much oxygen in the beer. Make that nice and tight. Now, I did say I was going to dry hop after 4 days for about 4 days. It's ended up being day 5 or day 6. So I'll do that for about 3 days. So it looks like maybe Monday night I'm going to need to... There we go. So I just topping up that airlock just so there is enough in there. Maybe Monday night I'm going to need to transfer from the fermenter to the keg. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this first of all. Meow meow, zoom out. So what I'm going to do is Monday night I'm going to cold crash this. So Monday night I'm going to cold crash this, and then probably Tuesday I'm going to transfer from fermenter to keg. And then 5 days after that, so Saturday, I'll be able to do a tasting because I'll carbonate it at 10 psi for 5 days roughly. And that's what I do, and I serve at 10 psi. I have all my lines set up roughly 2.2 meters or 7 feet. So it serves really nice. It's really nice, steady pour, really good carbonation, nice tight white head. And you can see right now, well, you can't see right now, but you can hear the bubbles just coming up. So because I've poured the what's this called, hops in, it just does that. It'll kick back off a little bit of a, wakes up the yeast again and starts pushing the stuff out. But yeah, look, that's about it for today. I'm a bit scattered. I'm a bit tired. There's a bit of mess. It's really hot in here. But yeah, a few more, another project to add to the list. We've got new bench top and some storage getting installed in the garage. We've dry hopped our Necatron XPA Freshwork kit. We've put another mead into a fermenter ready to go. So the next few days we'll be able to, again, cold crash, transfer, taste, enjoy. Alright, it's almost 9:30, so I better go up and check on my children. Thanks for hanging with me again. I can't wait to see you on the next one.